The melee combat in this game blows. For starters, there are only 2 melee weapons. Those stupid buzzsaw things from the movie, and a pair of scimitars. Not only are the combos awkward, but every time you attack something, the already crappy camera quickly zooms in on you, making it really hard to focus. But that's okay. The only reason you'd ever use the melee weapons in the first place is because the default gun sucks. As soon as you pick up the shotgun in level 1, you're never going to use the melee weapons again. From that point on, combat basically amounts to holding the attack button and waiting until everything's dead. Now, there's a counter in the corner of the screen that keeps track of your kill count. If you kill 5 enemies within a certain period of time, you get a super weapon that can instantly kill a single enemy by pressing the R2 button. However, you can add that to the list of weapons that you'll never use in this game.
Now, usually, when you get an instant kill attack like that in a game, you'll want to use it against the powerhouse enemy of the group, so that you can get him out of the way as soon as possible. At least, that's what I usually do.
However, you can't really do that, because whenever you're fighting, it's always against a large group of only one type of enemy. You'll be so busy racking up easy kills with your guns that all it'll do is slow you down and fuck up the screen so you can't see anything.
So your next instinct might be stalking them up and saving them for the boss fights. I mean, they obviously won't kill them, but they can at least do some good damage to them, right?
Wrong. While, yes, they do damage against the bosses, the amount of damage is negligible. Besides, the bosses are pushovers anyway. Boss fights rarely amount to more than holding the shoot button and dodging occasionally. Hell, in some fights you don't even need to dodge. Oh yes, just look at how difficult this boss is. Oh my, I don't know how I'll ever beat him.
Sometimes I swear that
I hear that you don't like my game.
What the?
Well, I'm here to show you that my game can...
No.
Pardon?
We're not doing the guest character bit. Everybody else has already run that cliche into the ground.
Okay, I don't think you understand what
Drop the act, Devil Critic. You're not fooling anybody.
Fine, take away my fun, why don't you?
And lose the costume. You look ridiculous.
The guns in this game are insane. They start off okay with a useless pair of pistols and a shotgun, but after you get the automatic crossbow, they start to get a little crazy.
Yeah, remember the automatic crossbow from the movie? Well, if you thought that was implausible, wait until you see the lightning gun.
No, you heard me correctly. A lightning gun. The game gives you a fucking lightning gun. Remember that from the movie? Where Van Helsing is blasting banshees with lightning bolts? What about that scene where he's taking down an army of dwergers with the fucking Gatling gun? Yeah, that's right. The game gives you a Gatling gun. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but last time I checked, Gatling guns didn't exist in 1888.
By the way, if for some reason you ever find yourself playing this game, just ignore the last 2 levels and turn off your PS2, Because the second you pick up the Gatling gun, you've already beaten the game.
Even the bosses don't stand a chance against a steady stream of hot lead.
I mean, this is the cheapest weapon I've seen since the low kick in air gaze.
Well, of course it is! The Gatling gun was such a powerful weapon that... I should probably get going now.
That you should.
Speaking of the bosses, they are just silly in this game. From the vampire bitch's lightning powers to Dracula's ice powers. But none of them compare to when you have to fight Igor. Remember that cattle prod that he used in the movie? You know, that one time? Well, apparently, that's his main form of attack. Not only can it tase a bitch, but it also shoots lightning and allows him to teleport. And if that wasn't stupid enough, the second time you fight him, it turns out that the cattle prod is the key to Dracula's castle.
Yeah, in case you haven't noticed by now, the plot of this game seriously deviates from its source material.
For starters, there's no Carl. For some reason, the game completely ignores his existence.
Oh, any idiot can make a sword. Oh, sorry, Father.
On second thought, this game's not half bad.
However, some of the plot differences are kinda confusing. For example, in the game, Velkin intentionally bites Van Helsing so that he could kill Dracula as a werewolf.
Okay, fine. But if he already knew that werewolves could kill Dracula, which nobody knew in the movie, and he had enough sentience to bite Van Helsing, why couldn't he have just bitten Dracula himself?
Or how about the fact that you have to reclaim Castle Frankenstein from Dracula in the game, even though in the movie he abandoned the castle because the Holy Order knew that he did experiments in it? And don't even get me started on the ghost of Elder Valerius.
And this is Van Helsing we're talking about here. This game takes the movie's already stupid plot and actually makes it stupider. Now that is a fucking accomplishment.
Besides Dracula's jump cut teleporting, which believe it or not looks even worse in the game than it did in the movie, there's only one thing that they truly kept from the movie, and that's Hugh Jackman as Van Helsing. And they even managed to screw that up. I mean, just listen to some of this grade A voice acting.
I destroy only what is evil. You are wanted for the killing of 12 innocent men, 6 women.
4 children, 3 goats, and a rather nasty massacre of poultry.
Surely there must be something, some ancient knowledge passed down through your family.
My brother Velkin spent years here in the church looking for such knowledge. I believe he was close to finding it until he was bitten by a werewolf.
Like you, they show me far too little respect.
Oh, come on. It's not that I don't respect you, Igor. It's just I don't like you.
Yeah, the one good actor in this game, and he decides to phone it in. Though, quite frankly, I don't really blame him.
I'm the best at what I do, and what I do ain't pretty. Can we hurry up and give me my check? I got a Tony to host in 5 minutes.